try and complete campaign mode. We only have one last match to go, which is against Roman Reigns. And we're going to just unequip everything that we had beforehand. Well, there you can see what it was that I was using beforehand in order to win. Although I was not using that card, I was using Roxanne Perez. There we are, that's a little bit better. Okay, so I am just waiting for the live stream to actually appear. There it is. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to gift 5 free gifted memberships. So congratulations to Offamer, David Y, Vlad Dagger 1997, Wapas, and Jordan Scotland. Congratulations to each and every single one of you. Vampire says, hi Grandcat. Hello Vampire. Welcome to the stream. We are going to be trying to get the campaign mode finished today. Preet says, hey Grandcat. Hello Preet. Welcome. We do need a super move in order to do this. So we need to work out that super move first of all. Baron says links are shared. Didn't realize we were so low in super move. We were only at 26%. If I had known that, I would have got that a little bit more ahead of time. Vampire says, you know who I'm going to say, don't you? I do indeed. I'm well aware that the Axiom and the El Grande Americanos are coming. So we're only one super move away from this. Vampire says, you guessed it. Okay, we don't need any of that. Okay, easiest way to get a super move is just go into leagues, and we're going to play a Royal Rumble, and we are going to deliberately try and lose as many games as possible. And then once we've got the actual super move itself, you can see we're at 30%. Once we have the super move itself, we're just going to try our best on that final match. I don't even know what the final match is going to consist of. I believe it's all power and charisma. And as per most final matches, it is going to be all tag teams. So I believe it's a male tag team followed by a female tag team followed by a male tag team as per usual. And yes, we are indeed live. I see that there's a lot of you flooding it into the stream now. Okay, that's what we were hoping for. We were hoping to see an opponent throw out a special card so we can just definitely lose all these games. If you're wondering why we're trying to lose games, you get 4% for losing, but you only get 2% for winning. So you actually gain a lot more percentage in super meters by losing matches than you do by winning them. Let's see, we're on 78%, so we're going to need to do one more Royal Rumble. Just to get that last 20% there. So that should be 84. That should be 88. That's 90. So I think from this point we should be allowed to start winning games. Hamura says hi. At least I hope that's how you say your name. So we're now on 94%. This one will put us up to 96. And that says we've got the super meter. So now it's just a case of finishing this Royal Rumble. Again, doesn't matter if we win or lose. Sudeep says, hope you get your Batista as well. Got mine sometime back at number 292. I'm just trying to get through this as quickly as humanly possible. And here we go. Okay, so we need to think about what it is we're using here. So the female tag is charisma, so we want the two females that have the highest charisma. Which is almost certainly going to be Trish Stratus. Unfortunately, Roxanne Perez is our next best in terms of right arrows. Damn. Vampire says most common one for Bailey is SSD for 84. What the hell is SSD? Oh my god, is that Super Showdown? Yeah, we've got one Super Showdown Bailey, but I don't believe we're close to getting the other one. We've not been doing Super Showdown. Sucks. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the rest of it. So male tag power, then male tag power. Logan Paul is up arrow. Okay. Okay, I think that's what we're going to need to do. Right, let's see how close we are with this. So the first one we need to be over 139. Okay, and we got the frog splash. Now the next one we need to be over 177. Seven three nine nine five eight. How close are we? And then presumably if we use the super move here, that would surely be enough. Okay, so we definitely win that one. We're like 75,000 short. 77,000. And it's purely because of this. And then 149 times 2 is almost 3. So yeah, that's more than enough. So it's just the female. Okay, with the exception of Trish Stratus, who's the next highest in terms of charisma? Io Sky? Fuck! Yeah, it annoys me so much that we haven't done Super Showdown. Especially when we've got one of that Bailey already, we just needed a second one. Okay, 420 versus 460. Let's try it. Let's see how much closer we are. So how much does this give? It gives 108.6. So that'd be plus 217. I need to see it with the Logan Paul activating. I have here 1627, but I'm not entirely sure that's correct. The Logan Paul didn't activate there, did it? Okay, I heard someone say they're Trish and Liv. Does Liv work? We have a Liv Morgan. Four four one 387. No, it's only 387. Or this one is. Actually, maybe on something there. That's a good shout. I don't know who that was in the comment section, but you may have saved this. 436. Four, six, six. All right, let's try this one. So I need Logan Paul to get off that frog splash. That's the first thing that needs to happen. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the ETL. Damn it, it didn't let me click on the recap. Did we get the proc there? I was looking at the comments. I don't think we did. So that'd be 1675. I still need to see the Logan Paul proc to activate that. So we've got 1675 as opposed to 1627. Okay, we've got the frog splash. Okay, now we should be able to see some actual proper numbers. So that's 871 plus 804. Which is not enough. Yeah, 1676. So we are about 100,000 off of that one. Yeah, Trish has much higher charisma than what Liv Morgan does. Hmm. Going up and down arrow, it doesn't seem good enough either. Right, let's try that. Right, so now where are we at? Hmm. Hmm. Alright, once again. So each time she has a chance of getting off one of her specials, which is what I'm going for. She didn't get her specialist off once. Oh my god. Out of all those games, it didn't activate once. And I believe that should be her. With her 100 games now. Okay, so she now has her maximum stats. Alright, if this doesn't work, I'm slightly out of ideas. Now let me check with the chat and see if they've got any ideas. Okay, we need to see that Logan Paul activate first of all. Okay, there we go. There's a frog splash. Seven, 4, 5, 8, 15. 745, 815. 745, 815. 745, 815. God damn it. It didn't give me the recall. Didn't give me the recap. I don't even think getting this to 38,000 plus ability even makes a difference. I mean, it'd be essentially plus an additional 10,000, which I don't think is the difference maker here. Oh wait, we didn't have the freaking charisma on her after all this time. Oh my god. Okay, right. I was wondering why the stats were so low. Okay. Okay, let's try this. I need to see how close we are. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And we have to use the super move on this one. There's no way to not get through this without super move being used on that last card. This takes so many credits. Okay, that's the second highest charisma I can get. Without spending thousands of credits, that needs to do. I don't think I can answer any questions just now. Didn't get a proc. Can someone else answer the guy in the chat? God. Thank you for that, mate. This is an incredibly irritating thing that I'm trying to do, and I've been trying to do it for about an hour now. One match. Now just give me the frog splash. That's not the one I wanted. It's mate says I love your videos. Thank you, it's mates. Just Toby says, I think you might need to go for the Bailey and the SSD. If I need to go for the Bailey and SSD, that means we need to cancel the stream and acknowledge it as a failure. And I'm trying my absolute hardest and damnedest to try and finish this in this stream here. Anytime I don't get the frog splash off, I feel like I'm going to be sick. That didn't activate there, did it? Fuck. I'm getting so goddamn sick of this. Chris Bennett says, "Can you win without the 69,000 power manager card?" No, I can't. We are winning only by 7,000. I even looked into perhaps using an equipment or a manager that was power and charisma, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be possible. It's Met says, when I watch your videos and at the beginning you say, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today," it puts a smile on my face. Chris Bennett says, "Do you have arrow changers?" I do. I do indeed. I have lots of arrow changers. I have arrow changers for every single type of arrow in multiple forms. And unfortunately, none of them seem to be helping this scenario. Vampire says, "Wait until he does the video and coughs at the start, then we get the ahem." I just want to see the Logan Paul activate. Oh my god, it's so unrefusal. Craig says, "My friend spent 2 days trying to get Logan Paul to proc. I hope you don't have the same problem. It's a 40% proc rate. It shouldn't be that difficult." Just Toby says, the only thing chat can advise you to do is to grind the SSD Bailey, which I'm pretty sure we would love to watch you do that. Ideally, I would like to get it finished in this video. And unfortunately, we've had the Logan Paul proc and I can't see how close I am. Because if I know how close I am, then I can start re-rolling equipment. I could up the ability that's on the Logan Paul. I could up the charisma that's on the Roxanne Perez and the Trish Stratus. I could swap out the Roxanne Perez with something else if I think that there's more of a chance of getting off the super move, the finisher, the ability. But for all of that, I need to see the Logan Paul activate first to see how close we are. And when it's not activating, I feel like part of my brain melts. Vampire says getting rocked proc was easier the last campaign than Logan is in this one. It seems that way. Yeah, just Toby says it should proc 1 in 3 matches. Yeah, that would be if it was at 33%, but this is at 40%, which is even higher, and somehow we've went what feels like 82 matches without seeing one. Let's try for 83 matches, shall we? Unbelievable. Toby says, um, Toby says, I think I've seen it proc once while I've been watching you, and I've heard you swear more times than it's procced. That sounds about right. Javka, I don't know how to say your name. Javka Hove says, I think you should use Gunther and Krampus first match with plus 100,000 power, women's tag, and super move. Then Logan and Austin Theory would be good, I guess. What? No, there's definitely no way to win that last match without using the super move. We can all go using the super move on the females match. Deep says, bro, please use a calculator and see if Logan proc. Yeah, believe me, Sudeep, that's exactly what I'm trying to frickin' do. I just need the information from the goddamn Logan Paul first to find out if it freaking works. Oh my god! Vampires, like, oh man, you cracked me up with the that's what I'm trying to do. It's very, very honest reactions. I do nothing but honest reactions. I swear to God, if Logan Paul doesn't activate, I'm going to go over to his house and I'm going to kick him. There we go. You just need to threaten Logan Paul. That's how to do it, folks. Okay. Now that we have that, I somehow don't think this is going to be enough. But if it is, then we've got ourselves the Batista. And if it's not, then we can at least do math to see how freaking close we are. I really, really want this to work. Because if these two can just win right here. Well, there it is. We are 53,000 away. 53,000. 53,000. Which is roughly 26,500 each. 26,500. 26,500. 26,500. 26,500 each. That would be 8. That would be 6, which would be 14. It'd be 18. 18 plus 14. 32. At the absolute maximum, even if I got everything, we would still be 21,000 short. No, we got the Frog Splash, it is 20%. You're right. I mean, we could wait for Trish Stratus to activate and Logan Paul to activate. That's only still another 18,000, which unfortunately is still not 21,000. However, says if Trish was an F2, then that would add plus 7,000 to our charisma. Yes. But equally, if Logan Paul was an F3, then that would help. And if Austin Theory was an F3, only increased our abilities. But unfortunately, this is reality and not fiction. Sucks. Preet says if it will proc, will you win? No. No, I won't. So there's two things. We either grind out Super Showdown, we get our pro Super Showdown Bailey. I can grind out to get the pro static Charlotte Flair, whose charisma might be slightly higher than Roxanne Perez's. But I think either way, it's not possible to do it in this live stream. Unfortunately. Despite my best efforts. Even if we were changed to up and down arrows, I don't think that makes much of a difference either. As you can see. So unfortunately, I don't think we can beat Roman Reigns in this stream. And I literally did everything that I could to try and get that. Which sucks. I think what I need to do is just spend the next while grinding Super Showdown. And then once we get this Bailey, is Bailey a charisma boost? That's an excellent question. Yes, she is. Charisma is also her highest stat as well. So, yeah. I think literally if we get the Bailey Pro, then that's us. We've got the stream, we've got it done, we've got it won. We've got the Batista. But I think we just need that Super Showdown done. And until then, I don't think we can beat campaign mode because that last thing. Oh, Just Toby says if you change Logan's equipment to power and change manager to charisma, can you win? I don't think so. Because I'll explain why. Just putting your mind at ease here. So the Logan Paul gives plus 108,000 to charisma to the entire deck. If we were to change this from power to charisma instead, we would only be getting 53.21 thousand as opposed to the 108,000. And if we swap the ability off and we put this to something that's plus power, we'll just use this as an example. You can see that our Frog Splash only goes to 27,000. So even with 27,000 from that, and even if we did have this, even if I had a pro with static charisma, it still wouldn't be the same amount as having the ability on Logan Paul. So the Logan Paul ability is 100% how we need to go about doing this. The other thing I thought is if I use Logan Paul and the Rock Battle Pass from the previous one, then if both of them procced, that would probably be enough. However, that wouldn't be enough to win in terms of power. So, again, it doesn't help us. So, there's no reasonable way for us to win that. It's literally just the women's female match. I saw someone earlier talking about the last match with Krampus and Gunther. If we use the super move there, then we will win. As Met says, if you use his drone, will he get more power? No. The drone only gives plus toughness. So that doesn't help with his ability, it doesn't help with anything else, unfortunately not. So it does need to be the plus ability that it needs to do. So unless anyone has any other last minute ideas, I think this is going to be the end of the stream. I don't think we're going to get the Batista today, and I'm just going to have to play Super Showdown for however long it takes. Toby says there's no forge alignments in static. If there were, could you not change the bonuses to plus power? Forge alignments in static? Toby, what are you talking about? Ismet says try swapping the women. Unfortunately, these are the best we've got in terms of charisma. I've even tried swapping it to 2 left arrows, but we really need that plus 10% for the two of them working together to proc. Without that, we just don't have enough. And unfortunately, our up and down arrows are just nowhere near as good, so it has to be left and right. So unfortunately, we've done literally everything that we can. Chris Bennett says, sounds like Bailey is your winner. Yeah, the second that we get Bailey, we've got Batista. It's just very, very annoying that we came this close, this far, 3-starring everything up to the point, and then it's literally just the Super Showdown is the last thing that's stopping us. Which is very, very disappointing. Toby says, for the Rock, put an up arrow forge alignment with the plus power, but I don't think there's one good enough. No, that definitely wouldn't be enough. The only reason that we're winning this match is because Austin Theory has so much power on him. If we swap this out to the Rock and we put plus ability on him, it would be nowhere near enough. So Austin Theory has 677,000 power at the moment. If we were to just go to the Rock here, you see that he only has 380,000, and even if we put the best ability equipment on him, it would barely get to 100,000, which is not enough, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, it doesn't need to be, it can't be the Rock. Ismet says, I found your first video and it was absolutely nostalgia. Wow. I'm surprised that anyone goes that far back. Chris Bennett says, well, you're like 53,000 away. Just got to figure a way for that. Yep, it's 53,000. It's 53,000 between both of them, so it's only 21,500. No, 22,500. No, 21,500. Yeah, 21,500 each. And if we get the Bailey, we more than make that up. We fly past that. So it's just unfortunate. That's just the way that has to be. But I think, unfortunately, I need to just go ahead and replace Gunther with Santa. No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work at all. Toby says, this is why I'm confused how people got it that easy, like 2 weeks after release. Yeah, I'm also really confused as to how people managed to do that. I'm really curious as to how people managed to do this without any special cards or any limited edition cards or anything. Like, there has to be some method or something that I'm missing here that involves. Can exchange one of the Austin. Can exchange one of Austin abilities to Charisma. Why would I do that? Why would I? I mean, first of all, you can't change the abilities of a card. Like, the ability is to power and speed, but why would I change that to Charisma in the first place? It says, how do you get really good cards? Is it luck or extra luck? It's extra luck. Yeah. Chris Bennett says, just thinking, sorry. No, that's completely fine. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm understanding what you're saying. At least we are trying. It is said that failing is not failing. You have just found out an additional way as to how to not do it correctly. DTAV says most people cheat, especially the first 100 to get the campaign card. Really? That sounds like something the W Supercard should look into. Just Toby says, like with the best cards in the game right now, are way better than they were back then, and people are still struggling with best cards. There will always be, because anytime there's new, stronger cards that come out, the opponent will also have stronger cards. So you always need to try and get better cards each and every single tier so that you can compete with the opponent's cards each and every single tier. That's how the game works. It's very annoying. Well, I think I tried my absolute hardest. I tried my absolute best. And it looks like the only way we're going to proceed is by completing Super Showdown. So I think I'm going to end this little video here, folks. I can only apologize that we didn't manage to get through Roman. Let's see here. Toby says, the person that is first is a dev, and they always get first. It's a rumor. I'm not sure on how true that is. Well, I've not seen anyone with the first Batista, so I don't know who it is. Ismet says, do you remember the John Cena and Rhea Ripley Saturday Night Main Event cards from Draft Picks? I do, yes. Well, I think that is going to be it for this little video, folks, and I really hope that you've all enjoyed, despite the fact that we'd managed to not get the Roman Reigns defeated. But I will do the Saturday night, or not the Saturday night main events, the Super Showdowns, and I will do my absolute best with that. I think once we get the Super Showdown Bailey done, I will get that fully leveled up as quickly as I can. I will get them pro'd, and then I think we should be able to get the Batista. I don't know when that'll happen. I don't know whether it'll be later on today, whether it'll be tomorrow, whether it'll even be in a few days from now. It just depends on how quickly I get through Super Showdown. But with that said, folks, that is now going to be it for this little video. And I really hope you've all enjoyed, despite the fact we didn't manage to get through it. I hope that you still found some enjoyment. And with that said, folks, and if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next live stream.